guys, it's Jay, and as you can see, I certainly have a lot of stuff here. Yeah. And yes, they are indeed squishies. I never thought it would come to this. I never thought I would come to this. I thought, oh, squishies are just something that's really popular, but I'm not into. Then again, I said the same thing about slime, and we all know how that turned out. So, yeah, I bought 5 squishies in one day at the exact same store because I happened to stumble onto them. Because apparently they're becoming mainstream enough now that they're being sold, like, in stores. We had to go to the craft store to pick up some fabric because, 1, I want to start making clothes for dolls, and 2, because my grandma wants to start making draft stoppers because it's getting closer to winter and there's a lot more draft. So we're trying to make those to get those to stop, and then we're also getting a bit here and there for, you know, little doll clothes. And I found these. So I decided to, you know, show them off a little bit because I know that squishies are super popular, and I know that I suddenly found myself completely in love with them, so I figured, hey, you know what, why not? It's like the big thing to show them off, so I'll go for it. I'm going to be starting with my least favorite and then going down to my first favorite, and just that's going to be the order that we'll go in. Okay, so the first one I'm going to show you is this cookie, and it's by Squishies, which is Skwishys. I think that's the brand, or at least I hope it's the brand and they don't actually misspell squishy. I really like the packaging of this one because it's first of all, it says Squishies dessert treats, but I like that if you look at the packaging, it kind of looks like the kind of packaging that an actual cookie would come in if you, like, went to, like, a fast food place and got one. Because, like, I know at Subway, this is the kind of one that they put it in, and same as Panera. So I thought that was really cool. And they all squish pretty well. I like how this one squishes. I'm not taking it out of the packaging, though, because, as you can see, I've already opened it. I've already opened all of them. But I'm not taking this one out because, the scent is so strong. It's not that it's a bad smell. That's the thing. I think it's supposed to be vanilla. I can't entirely tell, but I'm, like, pretty sure it's vanilla. But it's so strong. Like, this thing comes anywhere near my nose, and I actually come close to gagging over it. Again, not because it's a bad smell. It's just so strong. And I just can't handle it. Like, I literally can't even take it out of the package anymore because it's so intensely strong of a scent. So that's why this one is so far my least favorite, because it's just the intense scent. I cannot handle it. That makes it a lot less enjoyable for me. It's pretty slow rising, I'd say, though, because that's like the big thing, right? It's for squishies to be slow rising. So it's pretty darn slow rising, which I give it credit for that. But it's also pretty flat, which is normal for the shape of a cookie, but, you know, it makes it, like, less fun to squish. It, like, your fingers end up meeting through the squishy way too quickly, in my opinion, and I just can't get past the scent. So this is my least favorite of the ones I bought. Alright, my next one is this rainbow, which I actually do like the fact that it's a rainbow because I'm gay as hell. And it's cool, but the shape of it, I don't know, something about it, it feels like it's stiff. And it's not when you actually squeeze down on it, but it feels like it is, like when you try to actually squeeze it. And the middle part, like the actual rainbow, is not as slow rising as some of the others are. The clouds are fine, but the rainbow itself isn't quite as slow rising. It almost feels as if the rainbow part is just decoration for the actual squishy, which is the clouds, and it's holding those two together, I would almost rather they just release the cloud ones as cloud squishies, you know? That would be a lot better, I think, because the rainbow really takes it out of it for me. Otherwise, I mean, I like the fact that it's a rainbow, because I love rainbows, obviously, but I just can't get over that part. I just, like, it's really a lot less fun than the others to squish, sadly. I wish it was more fun, though, because I really like how it looks, I just don't like how it squishes, sadly. So, next up, we've got this gem, which is, like, right in the middle for me, and, it's not bad by any means. I definitely like it. It's, again, super slow rising, which is really cool. Like, I didn't used to understand why slow rising was the big thing. Now I really, really understand it, because it is a lot more satisfying when it doesn't just pop right back up. So this is really cool. The only thing is that it's sort of awkward shape, because, like, when you look at a gem, you think this is the right way to hold it, with the point going down, because that's just how, I think it's because that's how they are in rings. Like, if this were an engagement ring, it would be like this, you know? Not with the spinning, but it would be like this. So, you can't, like, have it stay up like that. It either flops to the side, or you can put it like this, but then it just looks like a weird, like, pyramid thing, like you're trying to be the Illuminati and it's not working. And so I'm not a huge fan of that. And the point is also a lot softer than I would like it to be. That's just personal preference for me, though. I think is I kind of wish the point was a little less dull, because that makes it, like, very, very easy to remember, like, that it's, like, completely not a real gem at all. Which, I know it's not a real gem, but it would be cool if I could keep up the illusion a little better, you know? So that would be, you know, my third favorite. Okay, and my second favorite, and it's a close second, is this sort of rainbow. It's like a pastel rainbow star thing, and it really reminds me of a Lucky Charm, honestly. Like the little marshmallows you get in Lucky Charms. I don't even eat Lucky Charms. Like, I don't even eat cereal, and yet I really like this partially because it reminds me of a Lucky Charm. Also, it's like one of the least awkward shapes out of the bunch. Like, and I like how it's really, really small, so I can fit it in my hand and squeeze the whole thing. And if I wanted to bring a squishy somewhere, like if I thought I was going to be in a stressful situation, I could bring this with me, put it in my pocket, and then just reach into my pocket and squish it and get rid of some stress, because these are very stress relieving. Like, I finally understand stress balls that you squeeze. That's basically what these are. They're really glorified stress balls, but they work really well for me. Like, regular stress balls, I've never, like, really, they've never helped me, but these have. And this, I can just squeeze the whole thing, and I like that. And it's just, it's got, like, the way it lays flat is like this, which it's not awkward at all, and it feels like it has almost like a little handle in the rainbow. So you can hold on to the rainbow and just look at the star as you're squeezing it and watching the star rise. And I just think this is a really cool one. And my favorite one is this one. It's like this little cake thing, and it's a different brand than the rest. It's by Soft and Slow Squishies. So they're kind of the ones that are kind of, I think, known for, like, being like, oh, they're kind of branching out to the big retailers. I like this one the best because I can use both hands, which is very ironic considering the other one I liked that it could fit in one hand. But this one, it feels natural to use both hands, you know? And, like, with some of the others, I couldn't really figure out if you should use one hand or both hands. This one, it's very natural to just use both. And it just feels very natural in my hand, honestly. And I like that it actually does feel like it's a real cake or something. Like, before you squeeze it, that is. Like, if you're just holding it and give it a tiny bit of a squeeze, it feels like it's a real little cake, you know? And I definitely, if you look close, it has little, like, I think that's supposed to be powdered sugar on the top. It doesn't have that on the bottom. It has it on the top. Because I think it's like, oh, they sprinkled powdered sugar over the top. And I really like that detail. So I really, really, really like this one as well. However, the one thing I've noticed about both of my two favorites, I'm not a fan of how they're both, like, kind of coming apart. Like, if you look here, already a good bit of the pink paint is chipped off. And, like, this already has, like, a huge rip in it. And I don't know why. Like, I'm not being super rough with them. I'm just squeezing them like this. That shouldn't be enough to cause this much cracking or whatever. And this one especially, like, if you look really, really close, you can kind of see, like, all the little veins and stuff, you see? Like, and, like, right there, you can see the star is starting to kind of separate from the paint, and they're both kind of doing that. The rainbow did a little bit of that as well, but not as much, but I think that's because I haven't been using the rainbow as much. But yeah, that's the only issue I have with these two, because they're both, like, I love both of them, but it makes me scared to keep using them. Because I'm so scared that at any minute I'm going to completely ruin them. And, like, if you even slightly tug on it, you can see so many cracks. And it's like, don't do that, please. I don't want you to crack on me, please. So yeah, these ones have positives and negatives. And the other three are okay, in my opinion. So if you're really into squishies, you can probably get better ones, like, somewhere else. I wouldn't know, though, because I'm not really in the whole squishy thing. But, like, you can probably, if you're into squishies and you know about them, you can probably figure out, like, a better place to get them. But if you're like me and you're just getting into squishies, these are a really good place to start. I would definitely recommend the soft and slow squishies, and I would definitely recommend the, what are these called? The magical squishies with a KW instead of a QU. So yeah, if you're just starting, I would definitely say if you stumble onto them like I did, then go for it, they're totally worth it. But if you're, like, majorly into squishies, then these two are probably the ones that you'll really enjoy. This is the only soft and slow I got, so I don't know, they might actually be entirely full of really good ones, and next time I'm at that store, I'll probably get more soft and slow, but I don't think I'm going to be getting any more of the other brand, because while this one was really good, that's, like, 1 out of 4, you know? Whereas, technically speaking, the soft and slow have a 100% satisfaction rate at this point, so, you know, that's just my opinion. I don't know, maybe, you know, you're of a different opinion, and if so, you can feel free to comment down below your opinion, you know, if you've had any experience with these squishies, and if so, what were these experiences? Did you like them? Did you hate them? What's your opinion? I want to hear it, so, yeah, you know, comment down below and all that stuff, but I think that's about it. So, other than that, have a great day, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Bye!